Hello everyone, this is Pallavi Tekade. Today we are going to learn the aggregate functions in DBMS. So we will see. So these are the list of aggregate functions. So you can see that the first function is sum. So through the sum, it returns the total number of distinct values in the numeric or column expressions. The next function is average. That is, it is denoted. It is written by AVG. So average of it returns the average of distinct values in numeric or column expressions. Then count is there, so we will get the count of null values in a column or expressions. Suppose if we are using count star, so number of whatever number we have selected, so it returns the number of rows selected. Then maximum expression, so it returns the highest value in column or expressions, and minimum expressions, it returns the lower value in a column or expression. So this is all about the aggregate functions. Then next we will move on to the group by clause. So suppose if we are having a column name and aggregate functions, the select clause, and in the select clause, then you must have a group by clause. The column name in select clause must match the columns listed in a group by clause. Then next we are seeing we are having using group by clause with a where clause. So it what it does, it is used to eliminates the data table rows from consideration before any grouping the takes place. Then using a group by using a group by with an order by clause. So what is the order by clause? Order by clause allows you to specify how rows in a result table are sorted. The default ordering is from the smallest to largest value, and the group by clause in a select statement will determine the sort order of rows in a result table. And sort order can be changed by specifying order by clause after giving the group by clause. Then next is the having clause. So having clause is same as your where clause, where clause only. So it does do the same thing, that it is a filter, that is filter the rows from inclusion in a result table based on a condition. So depending on the conditions, we will get the result. And a where clause we will use to filter the rows before grouping the clause, and in case of having clause, it filters the rows after the grouping the action. So this is the basic difference between this having and where clause. The next is having clause is a conditional option, so that is directly related to the group by options. And in Oracle, having clause will not work without a group by clause. Okay, so now directly we will see the practical. So we will see. First of all, we will see how many databases are there. Show database. Sorry. Databases. So these are the databases are present in this SQL. So I will use the database, use employee, enter. Now you can see the database is changed. Now I will check the how many tables are there. So I will say show. I will okay, show tables. So employee name. So these are the tables over here. So I will select employee. So I have already created one table, employee underscore new. So for that we will select. So for displaying the contents of that particular table, we need to give the command select star from employee, that is table name, insert. So this is the table. Now we will apply that some aggregate functions over here. Suppose if we want to average the working hours, so what we need to do, so we will select, then average function is there, so avg we will use. So for what then we will pass the working hours from which table. So we are having this employee new table, so employee new, enter. So you can see we get the output as an average. Then next is, suppose if you want to find the minimum value of the working hours, so what we will do, we will select the minimum working hours, minimum which is used for the giving the minimum value. So you can see we will get the minimum value from that particular working hours. Then suppose if we want the maximum value, then we can write as a maximum working hours, right? And suppose if you want to count the number of IDs, so we are having these attributes: employee ID, employee name, working date, and working hours. So suppose if you want to if you want to count the ID, that how many IDs are there, so we need to pass the employee ID here, EMP ID, and here we need to write down the count function. So you can see that. So we are having 3 employee ID, so we will get the output as a 3. Then next is, suppose if we want to sum of the all working hours, so what we will do, you just need to only change the maximum to sum. So select sum and working hours from the employee new. So you can see that. Now next is, suppose if we want to count the number of employee name, means how many employee names are there, okay, by grouping them. So we will apply the group by clause. So for that, select, then what we need to retrieve, emp name. Okay, after that we want also count. So they will count the all values, so that's why I am writing the count star. Then from which table, from table name is, we are having employee table, employee new table, and we will assign the group by clause here, group by and of emp name. Okay, so you can see that. So group by clause, so here it is, you can see that employee name is retrieve, and count star. So as Tom means, they are counting how many employee names, means how many times Tom is there, means same name is there. So at once our result is 1 only, because there are only 3 entries. So that's why. Then next is, suppose if we want to count the working hours, means those if we want to select, means if we want to retrieve the employee name who are having the working hours, means the average of working hours is less than 8. So what we will do, select emp name, then sum. So we need to sum of working hours, so we will write as. So if you want to give us a particular name, so we can give the number name, that working hours, so that we in the output we will get that as it is working hours. From which table, from employee new table, employee new table, group by which name, group by employee name, emp name, and then having what, having the average is working hours, average is working hours, working hours less than 8. Okay, enter. Sorry, let me check what is the error. Select employee name, then we are having sum of working hours as total working hours from the employee table, right, group by, then e name, employee name. So we are having employee name also, name is there, yes, employee name is correct, is we are grouping from the employee name, then having average function, right? The working hours are there. So working hours, let me check the attribute. Okay, working hours. Okay, that is okay. Fine. Now let me check unknown field list. Fine. We will see. You can see the error is here. Underscore. It should be underscore and enter. So here we will get the result. Now next we will see the date command. So we need to select, then we will write date. Suppose if you want to know the working date from which table, from employee underscore new table. So you can see we got the result of working date. Then suppose if we want to specify the day name, so which day name is there, so we will specify here day name from the employee table. Sorry, day name, not the date name. Day name, then we will get the result of day of that. Then suppose if we want to day of month, then we need to write the day month of working day month of working date. Yeah. Function employee day month does not exist. Okay, fine, no problem. Then suppose day week, we can consider what is happening. Day month of week, we will get that function error was there. So day of week, then day of month, you can see that day of month, we will get the day of month. Similarly, day of week, day of year also you can retrieve day of year likewise. So this is about the date command. Then suppose the next is time. So select time. So what time command does, it extracts the time, okay, from the given database. So suppose if we are passing the init value, so that will, as it is, will be executed 08 suppose 15, and if we specify the time 10, so it will be reflected as it is. So it will show the time here. Then if we want to select the current date and time, so what we need to do, select now command. We are having select now command. So through this select now command, it will retrieve the current date and time. Yes, in this way. So this is all about the practical number 3. So we have covered all aggregation functions and date, time and now functions. Okay, thank you everyone.